Well, guys, it's that time of year again. It's Christmas time, and I found a pretty cool texture pack, resource pack, whatever it's called, that makes everything snowy and turns my candy canes into reeds. Yep, I meant it that way. Um, yeah, so looks like snowfall has come over the city, and I kind of like it. I mean, it's a little funky. I kind of like it. I mean, it's a little funky with the textures and just it's not vanilla, so it wasn't meant to have snow all over it, and obviously the roofs are missing that snow. But hey, man, um, I'm not gonna spend all the time to add snow to all the rooftops just for Christmas to take it all down again. That would be kind of silly. Yeah, for those of you who didn't see the last video, I finished up this part of the cathedral, which is pretty neat. Well, it's like 95% finished. Oh my god, there's wreaths on the doors. That's so neat. Okay, anyway. Yeah, this is my little garden that I have outside for the cathedral. I really like how it came out. So, yeah, if you want to go watch that video and see kind of what this looks like not covered in snow, go watch that one. And today's the day that I took on way too much of a task. I've been spending a lot of time working on the mountain over here, so I can get this ready for you guys, so I can build a little Christmas build up in here. So just as I guess this is gonna be the view. This is the most complete side of the mountain. Still missing a lot of foliage and everything, but I've been kind of working it from this vantage point. Yeah, I think it's coming out pretty well. I'm really liking the shadows and the snowdrifts on there. I think I want to do some more of them. It's a little bare, it's a little too rocky, but it's coming together. And then I don't even know how many blocks or how many hours I've spent on this so far, but it's getting pretty tall up here. Yeah, this is where I'm thinking of putting down that Christmas build. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's the snow texture pack or the winter texture pack that's making the snow kind of blend with the mountains like that. I know there's a texture pack that does that for vanilla. I kind of want to pick it up and use it because it's really cool. Or maybe it's a mod. I'm not sure, but it's really. What's going on there? Okay, don't look at that. Yeah, this is it. This is the mountain. So I kind of like this view, down the valley at the ship and everything in the distance. Mountain's completely hollow. I think I talked about it last video or a couple videos ago. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it into a dwarven kingdom inside here, or at the very least do a pretty intense mine or quarry or something, because this is a lot of empty space that I'm going to have that I can use. And it's way easier to do that when you're not digging out of a mountain and instead building around it. At least in my opinion, that's what I'm telling myself, because, you know, it makes it easier. But yeah, this is the valley that I'm gonna do. It's not complete yet. I don't like how flat it is, but I want to give myself plenty of space to build, and then I was gonna kind of mold the landscape around it afterwards. Obviously I need to make more progress on the mountain itself because some of it looks a little rough, but it's just, yeah, I need to get this going because it's almost Christmas time. We're there. So kind of running out of time for this build. This is gonna be one of those builds that just keeps going on and on and on. Yeah, and then I really like this mountain's gonna be a really cool little spot to kind of look at everything. Like, the vantage point is just crazy. So yeah, you can kind of see I've got a little bit of a structure or like rough sketch outline going down there that I'm gonna eventually connect up here. This valley won't be open on this one side like this. I think it will have another peak right in here, and then I guess I can do this. Have another peak right here, and then it'll have snowdrifts kind of going down that way, and it'll end up looking the same as this side, or similar to this side. It's just quite the undertaking. Making it organic and look realistic is really difficult when I'm doing it all by hand and kind of just like no reference pictures. I'm kind of just doing it from thoughts and like what I think would look good. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas on how to kind of like, or stuff to add to the mountainside or whatever, yeah, please let me know. I'm gonna add some trees, but I don't think I want to go too crazy. I think I want most of the mountain to be above the tree line, because this is kind of like, those are like my alpine trees there, I guess. So I could do a couple kind of like spotted here and there on this side. But one thing I do kind of wish I could go back and fix is having some foothills. It kind of just shoots straight up out of the ground here. Looking at mountains in real life, they definitely have foothills, and like kind of like ease into the earth rather than just shoot straight up. So I guess unless you're on the California coastline or something similar, because those mountains kind of just come straight up out of the ground. But that's not what I'm going for, I guess. So well, as it gets dark here, I'm gonna reset the day and then probably start working on a color palette to build this house. Okie dokie. So the pale wood update kind of just came out, and I kind of want to use some of this because it looks pretty neat. I like the cream off-white color it's got. However, it's definitely going to get flushed out by the white snow. So maybe as an accent, but if you guys look at this, it kind of looks like a candy cane. It's pretty neat. I kind of like the color. It's got a lot of texture in these blocks. So I'm going to try to use some of that, I think. But yeah, this is going to be it. It's kind of a lot of area for this, so I don't know how big I want to make this house. Best place to start, I guess, would be the entryway. So I want to have not a big entry. I want it to be cozy, but I don't want it to be too small either. Okay, new idea. I think I'm gonna build it up on a little platform out of stone. I don't know why. That seems like it might be kind of cool to me. To maybe make it feel a little bit more grand. So I'm gonna see about giving it some stairs here. Should I have it centered in the valley here? I think I should center it more. I mean, realistically, this is like, you know, everything out the window. So it doesn't really need to make a whole lot of sense. My thought is like, this is Santa's house. So, hey, I said I was gonna make a Christmas video. You guys said you wanted a Christmas video, so I'm making Santa's house up in the mountains. North Pole mountains, basically. So, doesn't have to make sense. Okay. Maybe something about that size. It's probably a better spot. Yeah, it's going to be in a better spot. So my thought here is going to be have an entryway and then have two wings going off on the sides. Kind of like a town hall or something of that nature, except I don't want this to be too big. Because I don't have a whole lot of space and I don't want it to look too silly. So something like this. Another problem is if I do all the stone, well, I can make the floor whatever I want. What am I saying? I'm making problems on my own. So that can be the entryway there. If it goes into the mountain a little bit too, that's not gonna be too bad. I was kind of thinking of doing that anyway, just because that's gonna give me more space on the inside. Hey, maybe Santa has a secret lair built into a massive mountain where he keeps everything. That's where he builds all his toys, like little dwarves. Yeah, this is just gonna be Santa if you use dwarf flavor instead of elf flavor. Could you imagine all of your toys being made by angry little dwarves? I'm kind of thinking of doing like red walls. Is that gonna be too much? Might be too much. We'll put a pin in that one. I like that idea. I don't know how good that's gonna look in practice. So I'm gonna segment this building. Out into sections like this. Oops. It's gonna be a pretty big building, but I think it's gonna look cool. Okay. I'm gonna fill in the platform underneath of it and give myself a better building space, and then I will give you guys an update. Okay, so I've got platform built out, and I kind of started the walls a little bit. I'm gonna go with this color for the walls, and then we'll do accents of red, I think, on the inside, just because I want to use this red color somewhere. Yeah, so I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna plan this building out from the interior first and kind of see what that does. So definitely entryway here, and then I'm gonna I kind of want you to walk in and be like looking at a big fireplace, right? So I think this is gonna be another idea. What if instead of having everything be on this one floor, you walk in and then there'll be a big fireplace here, but then you step down, it'll be like a lowered living area, guest area, like like a socializing space. Is that gonna be too big? No, it'll be good. It'll be like a little great hall, you know, little great hall on the side of the mountain. Yeah. So these walls will be blocked off, or the actual solid walls. So I can do that to those ones. These ones here will probably just be pillars, because I want you to be able to see the fireplace there. So do this, something like that. This is going to be a much larger building than I thought. Okay, that's okay though. I like big buildings. Yeah, this is going to be a very complicated structure, but I think it'll be really cool once it's done. So this is going to be worth it. Trust the process. That's what I keep telling myself. So if this central room is going to be kind of integral into my build, then I should probably I think what I'll do is I'll work on the facade first, and then okay, so I'm trying to figure out a roof design here that I like, and I want to incorporate snow because it's a house up in the mountains covered in snow. but I'm not super liking this one. So, gonna keep messing with it. I think something like this will work. I just need to figure out a design. But yeah, this is my entryway kind of coming together. I also changed the color of the wood. So, yeah, this is definitely gonna be a work in progress. I've never used snow blocks like this before, so this is gonna be a little weird. I don't normally build up in the snow. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna take a break from working on that though, and work on building more of the actual structure. Because the snow is frustrating me. This is where I'm at. I have the second story being started. I'm going with the candy cane theme. I think without the shader on, the pale wood and the red wood together actually look really nice. Shader adds a lot of like warmth to it, but without it, it looks pretty good. And then I'm also trying to figure out what block to use here. I kind of always do this to myself. When new blocks come out, I end up using them in my build and then never again. But I kind of like this texture. It's not too bad. I need to texture and like change up the stone brick. It's just too plain, but that'll be a later problem. Okay, so I'm gonna turn shader back on, and then I'm gonna keep working on this building. I'm liking the shape though. It is coming together. So I'm struggling with the roof, but I think I'm starting to get a design I like. I want it to be covered in snow, but I also don't want it to just be like a snow roof. So I'm gonna line it with the wood here, kind of add these little crenellations, and then kind of try to vary the heights with this snow, and then that way the shadows will give it some texture, and then hopefully on the inside you don't see the snow, but that'll be a bridge I burn when I get there. So the hardest part for me is kind of like making the snow look realistic, coming like down off the roof. But I really like the different like variation in subtle slopes that you can make with these, with the tiny little increments. So yeah, it's a struggle. It's a struggle, but we're making progress. So where I'm at now is I have this front part done. This is going to be a separate slant from the rest of the roof, and then the rest of the roof is going to be different. This, I think I'm going to make a tall roof and kind of be a separate, I don't know why I have like the idea of a barn or like a completely separate tower. So yeah, roof is going to be the hardest part for this building. That's kind of always the struggle that I find when I build interiors first, is making the roof match. But alas, here I am. Okay, I'm gonna keep putting snow and working on the roof. These roofs are killing me. So you can see it's offset because I don't have the wing coming this way, like the same wing that's over here, and that's making it so there's a separation here. I don't know what I'm doing, basically. If you couldn't tell, I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah. I like the lower part here. I think that this part above it is cool as well, but it's gonna need... I gotta figure out something to do here with this. So... yeah. I could also just take the cop out and make the roof kind of flat and then build snow up on top of it to make it look like it's buried into the mountain. So that's always the easy way out, I guess. But I'm gonna try to figure out how to do this. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build up that middle part and build the higher cupola roof that I wanted to do, and then see if I can connect everything into that organically. Yeah, I'm struggling with these roofs here though. I've never used the snow, like I said, and like it's hard to picture for me. But you know what? It's good to try something new as it gets really foggy. So this is where I'm at. It's not terrible. The shape's a little funky. I kind of like the outline. It's like a building in a building, which is a little weird, but you know what? I think it might come out okay. Don't know how this is all gonna connect into there, but you know, again, I can just kind of like take the easy way and build this all into the mountain. So, it's definitely giving me Scandinavian vibes, which I guess, you know, makes sense. North Pole, Scandinavia. So, I'm gonna do the other half of this roof, and then try to blend it in a little bit, and then see what the heck I'm gonna do with the lower part of the building. So, that's the update. That's all the update I have for you. Okay, I'm gonna keep putting down squares. All right, quick update. I've got the roof on, and I've kind of blended it into the mountainside. It looks like a house on top of a house right now, which, you know, interesting design choice, but it is what it is. I'm gonna try to blend it more, I think, than it is, but kind of the basic shape. I kind of like it. Honestly, it's like weird, but it's not too bad. I do not like that block, so we're gonna change that out. But yeah, that's gonna be Santa's house right there, and then they built him the mountainside, which maybe you can have an underground section. But yeah, I think next thing I'm gonna touch up the outside, add some windows and some external details, and then I'll get working on the interior, which is gonna take a while. It's super dark in here. Wow. Okay, but yeah, that's the plan. So I will get cracking on the external details. Okay, so this is where we're at. I'm gonna start working on the interior. It's gonna be a mess, but this is my inside. I need to cover up that roof because can't have the snow showing through. The mountain is clipping through my wall there. It's infested with bats. And then this is gonna be my kitchen. So first check-in, I think I'm gonna go with an oak floor for most of it, and then inside the living area, I'm gonna make it darker wood just so it's cozier. But I want it to not be the same as the walls up here at least. And then, yeah, that's it. I'm doing some. The bats are so annoying. You didn't see that. Yeah, I'm going with the dark oak as like the accents on the wood logs to kind of keep it that same dark color. It'll help with the it'll help keep everything like separated. And adding more colors is helpful to make the build look nicer. So I don't know if I'm going to keep these as solid walls, but for now they are solid walls. So I'm going to finish up the floor. Building is mostly enclosed. And then this is the door to the kitchen. I kind of like doing the half panels. I don't know why. It's kind of neat. And then on this side, you got the little archway, which is cool. So I kind of like that for the doorways. I might do that elsewhere as well to kind of make it look like a bigger door, or separate the door from the wall. But next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the fireplace in, and it's going to be big. It's going to take up this whole 9-block spot. And then it's going to go straight up and out the mountain. These bats are testing me. I think I'm going to stick with the stone bricks for the fireplace. I like the contrast of the light with all the dark wood and the dark colors. What I like to do for fireplaces, I like to have them inset a little bit into the wall. So I won't do the fire here. I'll do it on this block here. Let me not fall out here. And fireplaces, leave campfires because they actually give the smoke and they have the wood, and I like the look of it a lot. Now, I have two different ways I like to do hearths. So either I'll do bricks, like this, and then like kind of block it off, and have just a little lip, or you can do the iron bars, which in this mod, or not this mod, but this texture pack are actually lights, so I probably can't use those, which is okay. So we're just gonna use bricks for this one, and then maybe I'll like make it shorter. So. Kind of looks like a creeper. Maybe I don't do that. Now, you don't have to take the chimney all the way up to the... Like, it doesn't have to be hollow all the way through. But I like to give it a little bit of space, because if you walk right up to it, I don't want it to look like it's right there. If that makes sense. And then... Just because this is the end of the building, I can follow it up this way. I'm gonna have to light up the mountainside, or the inside of the mountain, because bats are gonna keep spawning in there, and all you're gonna hear up at Santa's house is bats squeaking, and that's gonna be rough. That's gonna be rough. What else does a fireplace need? You need a mantle to put pictures on. That's what I'm missing. So then maybe we'll do something like that. As you can tell, I have no idea what I'm doing. I just kind of start adding blocks until it looks right, you know? That doesn't look terrible. I don't like that sharp corner there, though. So, I'm gonna need to figure out how to separate that. That's gonna be the fireplace, I think. And then work on the rest of the room. But yeah, this is gonna be a really cool room. I don't know if I'm gonna keep the ceiling that high. I think I might stop it short and kind of do a design or a faux roof. But I want this room to be pretty tall. Alright, so there's the roof in. I don't even know what I did. I did like 2 separate alternating heights. So now it kind of looks like this crisscross pattern, which is kind of cool. It's a little shorter than the building was, but it's still very tall in here. Definitely feels like a grand living area. So nothing. Yeah, next I'm gonna, I think, put in like a couch area, a sitting area, and make it feel a little cozy. So now I get to figure out some furniture designs, I guess. Alright, so I've gone with the surround couch around the candy cane carpet, and then I was messing with this, and look at the flower pots, they're mugs. That's so cool, and they're different colors. That's freaking crazy. Everybody has their own mug. Look at that. That's so cool. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I don't like this table like that, actually. We'll just do one of these. Nice. Nice, dude. Look at that. So cool. Okay. I need lights in here. So it's because it's just very dark. But I'm going for the cozy vibe. So I'm gonna work on figuring out lights and then maybe making a Christmas tree. Christmas tree, I'm just gonna do spruce blocks, and then this resource pack actually gives me Christmas lights in spruce leaves. So we'll just do in Santa's house. He's gonna have a pretty big tree. I'm just gonna go straight up like so, and then we're gonna just go crazy with it. Keep it away from the fire. Yeah, that works. There you go, Christmas tree. Wow. Now it needs a star. It sure is. Check this out. Look at this. Oh yeah. That's a Minecraft star for sure. And then some presents. We'll just go crazy with them. Alright. I lied. I had to show you what I finished. Or what I did here. So I added a little tiny Christmas tree, some Christmas candles, and then there's lights going all the way up. This is a cozy little living room if you ask me. So that's the living area, and I really think it's pretty Christmassy. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. I'm liking this build. I'm liking it. Santa's house is pretty neat. Now I gotta work on the upstairs. And, not have just sheer rock face showing. So, okay, working on that. Okay, so this is all the interior I'm gonna do, I think. It's just taking a long time. It's a big building. So, main room, you know, looking pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Then we have a hallway going down this way, and that's right now exiting out into the void. But I can add more rooms over here, because this is all going to be under the mountain. So realistically, that can be more bedrooms. And then we have a little room here under the stairs, and it's going to be storage or something. Over here in the other hallway, this is going to be a workshop, I think. You know, for the elves to work on toys, or maybe Santa's personal workshop. Goes out onto the platform here. And then this one's just going to be done here. It's not going to go any further. And then up the stairs, we've got the little stairway entry hall. Some windows looking out. This hallway is going to be the same deal. More bedrooms, I think. Or studies or something that can go up under the mountain here. This hallway goes up and over. There's a little room here. This can be a little guest room or a study, kind of overlooking the front of the building. And then this could be like a master bedroom, is my thought. Really big, kind of like bedroom hall thing, because Santa's, you know, bougie like that. And then in here we have the Bat Cave, which is killing me. So, yeah, that's the interior of what I'm doing in the plans, but I'm not gonna be able to finish it all today. So front drive looks a little different. I decorated a bit. I got the Christmas tree with the big star on top. I off-centered it so you could see the building from this angle, because if it was smack dab in the middle you wouldn't be able to see the front door. Added some candy canes around the pathway with some presents, and then a little bit of decoration with poinsettias and Christmas trees and whatnot. Put some lights around the house. It looks pretty cool, I think. I kind of like it. You know, and then inside, not going there, there's nothing in there. Santa's little living room. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Very festive. And then, yeah, didn't really touch anything else, but I'm running out of space. Running out of time to finish this, so gotta get it out for you guys before Christmas. Yeah, this was probably a quicker video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, now there's a little Santa's house up in the top of the mountains. I'll keep working on this and I'll give you guys an update someday, but this is what I've got right now, it looks like. And obviously the mountains are still a work in progress, but now there's something tucked up in there. It's kind of cool looking. It's like a little fortress. Anyway, thanks for watching. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and Happy Hanukkah and Happy Holidays for all you out there. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please like and subscribe. Comment down below for what you want to see next. If not, I'll just, you know, come up with something and you guys will have to sit through it. Yeah. Thank you so much and see you later.